Women in the Music Industry by Alicia Cruz. A little bit about women's history. Since the beginning of time, women have been undermined. For example, in the aftermath of the Civil War, this is when most women lost rights and started experiencing division. This was the setup to decades long of fighting for equality and freedom. Over time, humans have created stereotypes. Stereotypes against women can include being overly emotional, can't handle high-stress situations, and too outspoken. They can also be categorized as nurturing and whimsical, so when fitting outside of these norms, it leaves people angry. This is when they start changing the categories to mean or rude. However, when looking from the men's perspective, they have the opposite component. Men are oftentimes categorized as tough and aggressive, though the difference is the behavior is normalized in men, so it's considered okay. This is what leads into issues of double standards. So, double standards and pay gaps. Still to this day, women still have a significant wage gap. Typically, working women make 85 cents to every working man's dollar. That means women make 80% of what a man would make for doing the same job with the same credentials. What makes this an even bigger issue is the fact that childcare is increasingly harder to find or afford. Therefore, carrying a loop of if women aren't getting paid less due to bearing children, but childcare isn't accessible, then how do we make it equal? Examples within music and pop culture. Women in the music industry are oftentimes called mediocre. This is ironic because they hold some of the best performances. This can include Ariana Grande riding a bike while singing her songs live, or Beyonce who puts on a next-level art piece during each tour. While on the other hand, male celebrities like Harry Styles or Shawn Mendes can stand in front of a microphone and be labeled a star. In terms of attitude, many artists are known to have nasty attitudes. However, the outcome looks different. For example, Chappell Roan yells at a paparazzi and she is immediately ridiculed and canceled. While on the other hand, Chris Brown got publicly exposed for beating Rihanna and he still sells out stadiums. Women in the workforce, and how can we connect this to everyday life? So, we see this in everyday life, not even in just pop culture. Women find discrimination in situations like hiring, promotions, and access to leadership roles. This can be seen in many different ways, such as men being provided with more critical assignments that will be more helpful in advancing their careers, while women are left with odd jobs that keep them stationary. Women's music in comparison to literally anyone else. Women in the music industry aren't held to a standard of how good their music is. Women in the music industry have expressed that they are oftentimes seen more for their relationships and physical appearance rather than quality of work output. This is rarely seen in men's music, and oftentimes their personal life is disregarded from their music, even if a known not good person. Some examples of this include the following. We can see this with Ariana Grande, Madonna, and Beyonce. So, statistics and women on the charts. 21.6% of the artists in the United States singles charts were women. This is a comparison of 3.6 men to every one woman in the chart. Only 12.6 of the lead songwriters across the 9 years were women, and of the 900 songs studied, 57.3 did not feature a single woman songwriter. So, how can you help? First step is taking accountability. Distributors of music put out what they want you to hear. So in order to combat these gender roles in music, it's critical to branch out. Listen to new things, discover new artists, and not just people you hear from the radio. Look for other niche platforms that uplift new artists and allow them to have a big platform in ways they otherwise wouldn't. This helps break stereotypes and allows women for more opportunities in music, but also in the workforce as a whole. Thank you.